ɛna asotwe bi ɛsɛ ne fata no ɛne ɔno so bɛhwɛ paa sɛ yɛde ɛbɛma no.
So Speaker, we are indeed very grateful to you. And Mr. Speaker, I will join you to urge colleagues to be decorous in the way that we conduct ourselves in the chamber. I believe that the investigation that you have launched will definitely unravel the individual who engaged in such a reckless comment. And I also urge whoever it is to own up as directed by the Speaker. And I want to assure this House that when we ultimately establish the identity of that person, the full weight of this side of the House will stand firmly behind the Privileges Committee when they seek to exact the highest penalty of this House.
Majority Leader Mahama Ayarega na Facebook wo enyasam ketro enyasam ketwa Tito Chachu ede ne diaba osi gbogbo speaker ye nyina speaker owo solution no tietia konna kofa CCTV no na senase na ene play minute by minute second by second ubehu nipa ko na wo hwa ano but say the boy ye an capture nipa no. But be a fu one na ubehu. Ena dodo na aba no de. Yen hwe. Edi na aba na Felicia aye. Osi me de metie voice ni di a. Ibi abugina point voice. Amos de osi Ahmed Shaibu ne voice na mete ye. Henry Kwadwo Minta osi enti MP fo mutimi twa ntropa asa. Osi MPs mutimi twa ntrosa. Nti we o mine ebeden na ye de ho atom so ma me pokria se enkane no na ye kase obi ye honorable manner na nyasem ketwa ene o say to say any idiot can go to court obi a etimi commercial bedwafim ono so na dwen pa wode aba no the royal jobless o say speaker eyemia Brown na commercial bedwafom ko ka asem ene kwa speaker show who dey jai who dey jai speaker beche no Sheikh Fred o say Baba Sadik ne de na Baba Sadik but oni mrahye bedwafiem o nde mfa asem nkonkwohye no wo ho Patrick Kuma ya o say abugina po Nana Kwame o say abugina po na Sheikh Fred say Baba Sadik no ndi any A+ Kwame Nana Kwame enso say Damango MP Senebo Alfred o say no kro ni ekwaso mrahye bedwafiem pa afa ni ehwe nipa ko ye o kan sanse medie no kre eyasam foforo pa Sir Matthew o se Ernest Adomako MP owie no wasra ka ho na de obenya sam na quarter pon o for remind no say Michael Jackson na mrahye bedwafiem Michael Jackson de
nwanwa
ne
Georgina Mensa dia odi aba no say Katie Harmony ni ho
nka de share no Katie
because Katie Harmony on the nyina ni mu say odi agro pa
na Kevin Crown so di o se Katie wo ho a we
ye nkasa mienu
ono aka be sori aka say eyemia
na bibia atwa function no
na bibia atwa ene yenkoye ni mu
yo ebusia ne na ye koye ni mu amrahye bedwafie wa na we are standing dom kuma no awom ewo ho no na wom aka ede a che o man photo sanfo se wom ra no mepa Ghana for chew esan se ne kase bia wode betu dwa no hu ni se na nka hu yan se wode sansem no ebeba ene se National Health Insurance Authority se wobeka san na wode sikasem akofom pa se de na nka wo se National Health Insurance Authority etumi ko wom adwuma kosoro mpuntuo ba ne aderu so ya misuse sikasem kyerɛ sɛ ne nyinaa wo ni sɛ da bia no ɛne wɔ ha kɛseɛ baako pa ɛnam so nti ɛma National Health Insurance Authority no entumi ɛnkɔ n'anim ɛno ɛna ɛyɛ NPP amanyɔkɔ yi ɛkyerɛ sɛ NDC fo yi wɔn ahunu pa sɛ wɔn bɔhyɛ awodoɔ bɔhyɛ kɛseɛ a wɔn bɛhyɛ 2024 campaign promises ne ade wɔn de baeɛ ne nyinaa no wɔn ntumi nni so nti no wɔn ahyɛ aseɛ ne wɔn ba mmɔnten na wɔn monyamfoɔ Dr. Keso Latofosen a wɔyɛ ɔman foto sanfoɔ no wɔn kyerɛ sɛ wɔn mmra no wɔfa akyɛw pa ɛmfa mmra ɛsiane sɛ ɛyɛ wɔn monyamfoɔ Keso Latofosen egyina baabi no wɔka sɛ ɛna National Health Insurance Authority no emu ayɛ mmerɛ tokuro bi aba bɛdɛm amena bi aba bɛdɛm te wɔso wɔn ɛhyɛ ɛso ano a na ɛyɛ National Health Insurance Levy ɛnso ɛwɔ sɛ mmra ne ade wɔn se ɛkɔba ne sa pɛ mmra ne ho sikasɛm ne adeɛ bi a wɔsanka etumi ɛboɔ mo levy ne adeɛ sɛ ɛma sika na shorto sika no ma ɛno nto hu ne sɛ amene bi aba beto baabi a ɛwɔ so mutumi ɛso ano ntem ɛno na dɔm kuma ne sɛ hwan na ka kyerɛ wo sɛ amena da baabi amena nda baabi a adwuma no ana wontumi nya ka sɛ wontumi ɛnyɛ ti saa de a fa chaupa ɛbrɛ Ghanafo yentie Dr. Ayu Forcing ensɛm a wɔde ɛto adwa no ebi.
If you say the NHI faces a shortfall, our expectation is that the NHIL is raking in fund of about 11 billion. We would want to know what has been actualized. Then we can know what is the meaning of a shortfall. In our expectation, during the campaign of the NDC, and reference to page 102 of their manifesto, and also the current president, he stated that they are going to uncap the NHIA. Ladies and gentlemen, what uncapping means is this. The previous government made 8 billion last year, but it allocated 6.4 billion to the NHIA. What it means is that government takes some bit of the money from the health fund to support its budget. However, the whole world was made to understand that that concept or practice by the MPP government was inimical. And the campaign by the NDC was they would make all the revenues available to the NHIA. I think that having gone into office, the Minister of Finance sees that it is so difficult to uncap, which means it is so difficult to give all the resource envelope from the health fund to the National Health Insurance Authority. The only way to go about it is to say that there is misuse of resources and also there's a shortfall.
Any ayati Dr. Nana Ayu Efriye wano mrashebe jeni if you just say asokore and would do kumano anymore wamo edisan semi to unmunyam for Dr. Keso Latofosen and him ewa tope Yampim Sone Yanko Yanimanjo 102.9 FM. Enye enyumere bebia ye de. Ghana bosome mawaninye na wa hu se woye Ghana ni. Na Ghana ye wade papa wa ha ye nuane ye ntade ye nsuo bibia di adanse se woye Ghana ni a na ye Ghana ni. Etire amabo se okay o maamenom ye maamenom so ahu ene ye nananom tete no ofa ahoma na no de abotire ni saa o hwe esi duku ne so a na se wo ba ahema papa wo botete duku when ye ma me se ye fe ne turban wa botoban papa kama pa na ese hu se Ghana no edem na ese wadwempo ne no na ekonti ma mefa mienu bi ntwemu ma we na emu enye de kama pa William Pade ede ne diaba o se ama like your traditional outfit and hairstyle no so it is scaling but you engu njame na uwa ye beche me ne a charge me with meda enti mbache wa Kofi Agyeman black man o se me show efi pek farm ne de enonom na ba ko bia wa ha de JB Sylvester uria asema wu ke
we chire wana ka chire na we de be na de nam
sama me
nkasa
yes God is watching
any speaker yes God is watching the person no AC on tesa misro maso de ne diaba o say okay now o say voice mienu bi evangelist Aist o say say edungetia oh na da no hu say edungetia ho ana say o ya ma shabe dwafi chia me pani en more than so o say abuginapo Tia no dia ba say ya bugina pa asare acha o say minority no omunim onipa o kan sa asem no omunim no kan sa asem ne pa Kobe Rich GH o say we Katie we Katie o say nka wabodi ndi deda by this time be na watwinie ko na watwimienu ye hu onipa ko Katie Amon o say ya feel rough who are hanka by this time watch only pack who they say no bagawaya obebo din sesia kenate de ne dia bo so hwe efi NIC Ernest Echampon o se no kre eye no kro sa neti ana ese enkane mampani ekum nipa ono eye kwasan ono su obisa na kwadwo destiny enso ede ne de aba nti yempem so na yenko yenim dia former deputy executive director Emma National Service Scheme Gifty Oware Mensa ababa we hunsem ene be bosome mienu ni de baby a wo be fa bia ne ye ka Emma na no amampani kura kwakasa ye na okache Ghana fo nyina se wono wakache ene Ghana Police Service Iyokofonie National Security say obi biara ohwe bambo ho nsem na wɔhwe nhwehwemu wɔ man Ghana mu a ɛyɛ abaya dwumakuo bia ɛne omundi claim wanted esan sɛ NSS wɔ sikatwitwiri di afa nkrɔfo nsem ɛwɔ hɔ no ɛnyɛ sika ketwa ababa wɔ yɛ hwɛ na kyiri kwan ba bia yɛ hu no yɛse o ɛne bakɔhye Dubai ebi so ɔhye UK ebi so US ɛne ba bia obi apɛ no na wabɔdin ɛgyebo ɛnɛ dumienu mpa mu pepepe ene o say here I come maba malande Kotoka International Airport wa ene ne wo si ye ene ne bag wo twi ase se twedede ene obi na etwi ene ode ne jacket agu ne nsa so ene ono ma mi nie wo se me koya amabo me koya amaba maba Ghana for mo kasa o siti ka twitwi die 81,885 Ghana cedis and I say ghost names we kra de yesensa manfo din ewufo din ko a ye convert ekosika enye sika ketwa eno na afa ne nsase na ono a wo se me ba me ba nyina no me ba na me de me ho ama Ghana Police Service enso se NIB for so na makọ de me ho akọ kire wom na waka se wobekwa nimanim ya na dede mente me ho ase nyina etu atwa eno na nam so ma ene wababa piem e wo man Ghana mu ha na minority leader Alexander Afenyo Makin eni nsamchofo edi nkomo na wache mu se oba penny gifty oware awabai wose wochene ni na dichin ya wobekọ ede ne ho akakoma NIB before na kosam bia obi bisa no NPP amanyokuo no ayo madwen se obi biara ye de kọ adu beto ne so no obekọ akakoyi ne ho ano.
I'm aware that Gifty arrived this afternoon. I've been in touch with her. She's here in Ghana. She arrived this afternoon. She did not run away from the jurisdiction. She had traveled out. She traveled out freely. She came back to Ghana. She's entered the country freely. However, the NIB officials reached out to me and that they needed her. They also reached out to her lawyers, and the lawyers have been in that discussions with them. Today she's in town. She will make herself available. Whatever that they have to ask of her, I'm sure she'll be able to deal with it. And I'm saying that nobody has harassed her as far as I'm concerned, because I've been following, engaging her, and so far nobody has harassed her. MPP is not against accountability, me inclusive. We've been in public service. We are out of office. Obviously, if the new government needs former officials to explain certain matters in one way or the other, it's within their right to pursue such. And if it means investigating, there should be no problem. What is important is to follow that due process. And once due process is being followed, why not? I mean, after all, once you get into public office, you must all be mindful.
Minority leader Alexander Afenyo Makin.
Na titireni a wada National Economic Dialogue Planning Committee ano Dr. Ishmael Yamson and a watch se amemo pa ebekoswa wasi ahye ye dream edi efri wono mo sabia no kwa ene ade ampanifo betumi egina so ede aboa mampuntu aba na wade sansemi etudwa Accra International Conference Center wa brampana ampanifo atenase no ehye aboa bonsam ano ahwe kwan a ye betumi aboa mo man Ghana akonanim and watch se ni bre afei enso Samin Kuminya, and in Yaman Kitty be on moi, and moi, Emma, or mino, and conanim. Now, name some of the etuja, a fa quine pa, a was our mino, a faso, a the tumpon any.
The journey to reset Ghana and build the Ghana we want together is going to be an arduous one. To succeed, it will require an unwavering leadership commitment to the agenda, a complete change in our governance mindset, a complete rejection of corruption, greed, and graft, probably the most singular factor that has undermined all efforts by all previous governments to build a sustainable, resilient, high-growth economy. That should restore in Ghanaians trust and confidence in the leadership of the country and the future it will offer them. It is time to reset our country's destiny and give our people, especially the youth of our country, hope. Above all, it is time to remember that when the citizens vote for us and give us the power and the mandate to govern them, they expect us to govern in their best interest and not to serve our personal interests.
Na ne krakremu ena wo kire se ebeyanka wo mo enhye enti National Economic Council na eno no mampani ankasa na beda ano a wada ano se enyo no nso ena bedi akire ena wo beda ano a na eno nso wo mo nyane sa.
A permanent medium to institutionalize the reform agenda. The model, he said, could be to create a National Economic Council to be chaired by a senior government official, ideally the president or the vice president, and composed of the private sector, civil society, business associations, and development partners to ensure that concrete follow-up actions are taken to deliver the proposals put forward by the National Economic Dialogue. This indeed is reassuring and a complete departure from the past. My observation yesterday and today are that the discussions at the breakout sessions have been frank, dispassionate, and extremely useful, bringing clear understanding to the key challenges facing Ghana. And as we will hear later from the groups, very clear and concrete proposals have been made to feed into the government's reform agenda and the budget.
Dr. Ishmael Yamson, wano ena yetitinenia wada National Economic Dialogue Planning Committee no ano.
Yapem Sonaya Kwayanim, Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. Wanwan Sayam Rashebe Janima Disha Watamali Central, Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed. And now what there are two waste management companies. Oma Sisaya Bola Bole, not why a recycle, and as a Oma Sani, Madani Daniani, and your Bessisa Roberts in Ififie, your Bola Nini Fifiani, their call a ho, no Madani Dani, the idea Chaloete or ho, the idea Rabba Bos Nibu or no Madani and kama pa na no nene ono atisi mu kenken ese wo kwa kwahwe nnwuma horo a wo mo ye ewo factories ho na ebre okodu ono se mumo pa sanse enyamada urbanka na ebola amene ye nyina ewo manga na mu atitiru ene nkramantam a sanse gata emutimi ya ma nsuo twa na rubber plastics a enam no na enya asem ketua obi anum nsuo awi ohwe nachi na ohwe bangunu nifa na wahim ni se ya ene tipa o na wato ba bia beto bia na ato ade ba kwa okodu wo kan ho asem pa eche omu ni se enche kra 24-hour economy policy no ene aban e ba betwa homam na wabie mu di ato ebeboa pa ama companies na horo no omatimi afa dodo na ose enu achikra adesede ba ko a wode to enwuma ne nyina anim ni se adwumayefo eye adwuma ho no wo mo nhwe no makatua no wo mo ntimi empeja mu kakra ensem sei ena ode to dwa
As part of the circular development project that we have entered into some arrangements, some facility grants we are given to some, plastic waste management entities. But I felt that I needed to have an appreciation of what they do and why I need to approve some of the monies that are meant for them. The process had actually begun. We are at the stage where we needed to approve and then give out those facilities for the purposes of what they do. And we started last week, and I guess today this is the second facility we have visited. I am particularly encouraged. I'm particularly encouraged because of the things they do. And the objective is to see how we can reduce, or those entities can help reduce the waste we have in the system, particularly plastic waste. And the good thing is that they are not just taking them, but they are converting them or using them for some domestic and commercial purposes. And for me, that is encouraging. My interest is how widespread, some of these things are. But I realized that 11 that indeed had actually applied went through the processes.
Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed and I would say Nenkanom. Na companies in the Dodwana Bay Num Eko and Song and Obon and Homodim Boremu, Ekoshe Numa Hura, or Mudi Ewa, or Bo Munina Basso Sancho Munkran say, or Munkoso Enye. Na baby Bako do ya with Gina Ho, na general manager or no any that just pound group, Green Transition Office Nanum, Dr. Glenn, Kwabena Jima, one also Edia Seda and some Emma Ora Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed ehye ne bose ombeye ne se ne fata bia ama Ghana efia hora emene ye no eso etimi ate
plastic recovery as well. So the plastic recycling is the one that we are here to witness today. The essence is to enable us to establish the PET recycling arm of the recycling activity within this particular edifice. As we speak, we have only for the high molecular density plastics recycling activity, as well as the product producing plants, as you have all witnessed today. So the amount involved is 410,000 USD to enable us to acquire equipment that can help us recycle the PET bottles. And that is also going to create a circular economy around the PET bottle. Because as we speak now, I personally don't know of any facility in the country that is recycling a pure PET to yarn and to other useful products.
Obeni Outin Nkai, general manager on that Just Pound Group Green Transition Officer, no Dr. Glenn Kwabena Jima.
Na ye konfifi mantemu a ekumfi health directorate ena sabre no ye bo won abaso papa pesan se afiafi bia se wo share review performance no a wutumu sa afi de akona nimu pa 2024 de na mike san se 2025 de afei ena ya share ase na the percentage mu a won enya 80% penifo ebo won abaso esan se 2022 eko 2023 no na won ejina 58% ti 2024 do shiri edi akọ 80% dia na ene wo mo ese abasobode pa na aye health director for kra ya pa no Mrs. Anohu ena wode ensamo etu dwa no wo kire se yebo wono abaso no na yesan so abo wono kokoi san se cholera yade no ai ene sabra ka se atiate se papa eno nto mbe ya hweye na afi yade no entumi emma honom ebebra afi enye no nko a wo hanketinketinketi bi so a wonom efe mu akade bi esafata se wom edenya adwuma no ni nyina ebi eni ho nto ofa sa kwanya no so edi to yeni musi.
Aside this, we have some infrastructural challenges in district have conference hall big enough to accommodate us. Staff maybe more better to engage our stakeholders. The assurance there to help. We are hoping that next year the song is different, the story is different. And once again, we want our kind in nature.
Ora yiri anohu ena yetene nkano na ne de echi ena ora osabute wono National Ambulance Service Officer ewo ekumfi wono so e kansem kakrafa wo hawa wo mufemu ehu.
a little challenge I want to say. In case there are accident cases nearby, we should have been able to go to a nearby facility for stabilization of the patient before we further go to a higher facility. But here lies the situation for quite some time. Anytime you educate the baby, they are able to attend to ourselves. And we now have a bigger challenge. Am I? The nearby opportunity to also tell them so that they will be up on their game. One, almost sounds you need emergency preparedness unit. There is no emergency department within the health directorate.
ne krakra mu ena ora Enoch Okran wano eye health information officer ewutu Senya district wano so ebo eye ekumfi health directorate no abaso say
na ye se be yari a ese health facility na ye dey call herbal treatments, herbal doctors and all those. And I think so again, I think that the influence of drugstores and so yeah those be free. Because a drug you and a condition you will be developed as a drugstore. The best thing to do only pass out to me refer the person to the facility. But over for say now to now to do all sorts of medications they are manipulated. In that kahuna, you have various health challenges for this person.
Officer ewo ewutu Senya district Angel Kola ene we drama so kona ko pebi ko patamaka shop ewo gbawe na kokko GBN okotudu do no a sanse Angel Kola si kire nim bebre ubetumi anom ede aye wade bia na we ayfro abedintuo eye program bia Angel Kola sa wo pedodo etu afre 0543 377519 and 0267 001 847 low price master enso ena wo mo chese wo mo akwa eniama papa ede aba wo pe TV set AC sana se furnitures bia wo hie bia empa wo beda so ya ka furniture ene etumi ya mpadua no etumi ya konwa bibia bi dining table bia ho a ne nyina okọ no asoe ya wo benya bi kama afei eye bena anase fridge laptop printers bibia ye fidie bia wo shode betumi dia ya adwuma bia no ene low price master eso wo mo de aba ya tebo no so kra kona kopa bi wo ewo dansoman ena afei wini ba ko mu showroom so no mo a obetumi akokopa bi dansoman Sahara opposite Alpha Beta School ho and Albert Fre 0599 335 035 Winneba branch so 0557 120 217 low price master or say quality and affordable products intino se open ya papa fa weni echremu ewo womo asue na obenya ne papa e de akosi wo demo
na ye gina we so atwa ye ho sema ye ba ne aka na edoso ye ba sisia
Wone me be ya adwin se